Jackson Onyango is waiting to connect us to the former leader of the opposition, Betty Ochan, for her recollections on the former Speaker of Parliament, as well as an update from Gulu.
Yes, indeed, we are coming to you live from Gulu City on this sad evening where the country, the people of Acholi, and of course the world are mourning the demise of the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Oulanyah, who hailed from this part of the country. Of course, it is a day that has taken each and everybody by surprise and shock, much as that for the last few weeks, the country knew that the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament was not doing well, not until this Sunday when the President announced the demise of the Speaker of Parliament. And of course, here in Gulu City, we are talking to the communities who were in Omoro district where the Speaker hailed from, and of course people there were in a somber mood. People were discussing what could happen, and preparations are also ongoing there. With me here is the former leader of opposition, Betty Ochan, who happened to have known the Speaker of Parliament for some time. They campaigned in the late 1990s together, and therefore is a person that was known to him. Good evening, Honourable.
Good evening.
What a sad day.
Terrible.
Yes.
Heart-breaking. Hard. It's so hard. Very hard. But we have no option but to take it.
Yes. Honourable, what kind of a person was the Right Honourable Speaker Jacob Oulanyah? Because when did you come to know him, and what did you know him about?
First, he studied in the school where I went to teach as a young lady, Laibi College. He went to that school, but I did not teach his class. And so my husband taught him. So I couldn't know him from the school. But when he came to contest for LC5 chairperson, and we were in his team, my husband was a team manager, and so we managed his campaign together. Right Honourable Jacob Oulanyah showed his strength there. Very strong, vocal, fearless leader. He was such a strong leader, young, energetic at that time, 1996, and his messages sank deep in the hearts of people. And to date, people were calling him all the time Lanyuen. Lanyuen, because he said in mathematics there were four signs: addition, subtraction, division, and
multiplication.
Multiplication. But the fifth one is Lanyuen. Lanyuen, literal translation is to confuse. So chura, when we say chura, maths, mathematics, or chura Lanyuen, and it remained his name. There were those who would not want to say the right thing, then he would categorize them as Lanyuen, and his name remained Lanyuen. He was such a vocal person, and we did our campaign very smartly. It was only in about 2-3 days that things turned against us. That was by one of our also very strong vocal leader who underground decided to bring tribal sentiment. We cried a lot of tears after working so hard for Right Honourable Jacob to become the chairman of Gulu district then. Gulu district that time had all the Noya, Moro, and now Gulu district and the city.
Yes.
All were under Gulu district.
And then, of course, in 2001, he managed
2001, no, he was still with us. 2001, although 2001, he managed to go to Parliament.
Yes.
But he was still in the leaning opposition. Although that the parliament was not yet a multi-party parliament, but there was a very clear division or boundary between those who support the ruling party and the opposition, those who were for multi-partyism. So he was one of those for multi-partyism. He went through, he went to parliament. That time I also campaigned, and ours was that time was electoral colleges for women. I didn't go, and so 2006 he didn't go through because of the removal of term limits. Yeah, so that one caused him a problem.
And it is around that same period that he decided to cross to the national resistance movement.
After failing to go through, then he crossed to movement. And in movement, he crossed and contested for Iyala. But I think the movement is decided that he was too new in the party, so they couldn't take him. What I know very well that he got so sick at a certain moment. He was so sick that he was taken to Nakasero Hospital, and from Nakasero Hospital, when the sickness was so bad, I think it was the Otafire who decided that he should be taken to Mulago intensive care for specialized treatment. And I went and checked on him in the hospital, in Mulago Hospital. I think that was one of the reasons that made him to start moving towards movement. And he eventually became a movementist. It was understandable because the treatment he got in Mulago was so expensive. The wife told me. The wife was very friendly to me, the late Dorothy. She was very friendly. She took great care of Right Honorable Jacob that time, and the treatment went well.
And then during in 2011, he managed to come back to Parliament, and
Yes.
for a period of 10 years, he chaired Parliament as the Deputy Speaker.
Yes.
And during this same period is when also you were appointed as the leader of opposition. Now, coming from the opposition, and he was now on the NRM side, how was it? You know, we have had a situation where sometimes politics can be very divisive.
We worked well together. I remember it was not very easy for me. Position. My appointment was early, but going to take over the office was a bit of a problem. And he came in when he was to chair Parliament. I consulted him. Then he said, please prepare your maiden speech. I'm going to give you space and you just give us your maiden speech. And that was it. And so he contributed heavily for me to enter the office as quickly as possible, because there was a lot of dilly-dallying.
Yes.
So we worked together very well. I remember we also went with him to Israel. That was about September. I took over the office in August, about September, October there. We went to Israel together, and we worked well together. I respected him as a movementist. He respected me also as a leader of opposition.
And finally, final question this evening. What, to the people of Acholi, what does this loss mean? Because he has been hailed for uniting the people here.
It's so devastating, and some people, young people were calling me that they were going to demonstrate. I said, please, let us keep calm, let us wait. And for me, I'm here in Gulu, but tomorrow I have to go to Kampala to join my colleagues, Acholi Parliamentary Group, to see what we have to do. Otherwise, it would have also been better for us to join here hands with the religious leaders, the cultural leaders, then the Acholi Parliamentary Group, while we wait also for the process of government to what the burial arrangement is going to be. But because our chairman, Honorable call our meeting, that the meeting should be in Kampala. Okay. I have to go to Kampala. People are so sad. We are tongue-tied. Today, during daytime, we were in darkness. In the day. Yes. Darkness in the day. So, but again, we all say to especially the family should take heart. We pray for them that it is now the guardian angels to be with them, give them strength. Okay. And to the people of Umoro and also Acholi sub-region and the people of Uganda at large. Okay, thank you. We have lost a real leader, a real leader. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable, for speaking to us on this sad occasion of the passing on of the former Speaker of Parliament, that is Jacob Oulanyah. Of course, as NTV, we shall keep updating you on what is happening this side on this sad occasion where Uganda has learnt a gallant son of the soil. Back to you in studio.
Thank you, Jackson Onyango. He's been